looks like my hero, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, that just made a lot of people angry for telling the truth. And a lot of y'all can't handle the truth. But he was basically talking about Scientology. And this is what he had to say about Scientology. So you have people who are certain that a man in a robe transforms a cracker into a literal body of Jesus, saying that what goes into Scientology is crazy. Now a lot of people, when they heard him say that, they were like, and their heads exploded. He's basically saying that you have all these people who are religious, Christians, Muslims, Jews, whatever, that will believe in the most absurd shit, that people can come up with. Believe in that wholeheartedly, but then when someone else has some other crazy voodoo, they're one pointing the finger and say, wow, bro, you sound stupid. You sound dumb. How can you believe that a space alien emperor ejaculated into volcanoes and then their body soul blew up and then transferred into people born and they in E-meter readings, blah, 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 and more crazy, tinfoil shit, whatever. But, yeah, that, to me, as an atheist who's a rational, skeptical person, yeah, I can laugh at that and say, oh, wow, that sounds crazy. But then when someone believes that, in something where, a man was created from dust and a woman came from the man's ribs, and then, you flip a few pages and, another guy was, he was lost at sea and a fucking Shamu ate him. He lived in his stomach and was watching TV. And then, you have another story where, a guy was born to himself. Like, he literally had sex with his mom and then he was born. And, he walked on water. He turned, vanilla wafers into, fish or something like that. And then also you have another story where a 800-year-old man named Noah built a boat that was 400 feet long by 100 feet wide and 75 feet tall, which in those days a boat made of wood wouldn't even float with those kind of dimensions. But he basically rounded up every single animal on the planet and walked their asses in there and lived in that boat for 40 days and 40 nights with enough food for every single animal on the planet. Unless this man had Pokeballs, there's no way in heck he could even catch 100th of all the animals on this planet and have enough food for them for 40 days and 40 nights, let alone a week. If you look at the logistics that goes into zoos, there's no way in heck this guy who's 600 years old in those days, I guess people just lived that long, could do such a task like that. We couldn't even do that today. And then what? Muslims believe that a guy named Muhammad, who had 30 something wives, and one of them was like 6-7 years old, and he fucked her when she was 10, so yeah, he's a kitty fucker, whatever. And then he rode on a unicorn into the clouds. How can people say that their stuff is, oh yeah, that's completely rational? Like, bro, you're not reading it correctly. Like you have to read the Bible this way, or the Quran up, down, this way. You have to read it in Arabic. You have to read the Bible in Latin, whatever. Blah 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 blah. But then they'll say like, oh, our stuff's legit, but then the people over there are crazy. How is it? I agree with Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, you can believe in with whatever you want to believe in, but then at the end of the day, it's like, don't say that, oh, those people over there are crazy when you believe in some batshit crazy stuff yourself as well. That's like saying that, I worship Kim Kardashian, but then the people who worship Justin Bieber are nuts. They're both shit, but it's like, hey, my shit's not as stinky or whatever. That's literally how it goes. And it's sad because there's been hundreds, probably hundreds of millions of people who have died, or maybe tens of millions of people who died from conflict over fighting over these silly ass religions. And it's really sad that people can, a lot of times blow themselves up, will fight in wars, will, do all sorts of heinous acts because someone believes in some different voodoo than they do. And in closing, I believe in peace. I believe in, human beings living in harmony. I'm not a fucking hippie, but at the end of the day, I feel like all conflicts can be talked out. But that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and have a nice day.